Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah.
Good morning, White Bear Lake. Good morning, Richfield. Good morning, Hudson, Wisconsin. And good morning to you. Welcome to the Jason Show. I'm Jace. Please welcome back to the show my sidekick sister from another mister and C's Candy's Employee of the Month, Kendall Mark.
Hello. Did you just see the thing on Sunday morning?
I did. That's why I said that.
Hi.
Welcome back, my love.
Thank you. It's good to be here in holiday cheer.
Holiday cheer to you. I missed you. Thanks to Shane, who filled in.
Thank you, Shane.
The OG returned, and it's good to see you. Did you have a good time off? Well, I know we'll talk about it in detail a little later, but just give us an appetizer. Did you have a delightful time at the Miss America adventure?
It was really, really cool. Like once in a lifetime experience going to Miss America.
Yeah.
That was awesome. And Connecticut was like this. And we'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what we call a tease in this business. That's coming up. What time? Around 10:30, Jeff, around there? 10:45. We also have our good friend Andrew Zimmern on the show today from Bizarre Foods. He's the one that eats like little hamster legs and things. And so he's back and with a brand new honor. Now, while you were gone, you know what you missed?
Christmas card.
Yeah. Our Christmas card boondoggle continues and here at Fox 9. And I'm loving this, again, still, because the boss, and I got this on the record, I secretly recorded her. She thought that we were only going to get 200 total, because we're doing this Christmas card exchange where you guys send us Christmas cards, and then we send Christmas cards back to the viewers. She said on the record, our president, Kim Jong-un, she thought she goes, I just thought, we'd get maybe 200, 300.
For just this show or for the whole station?
The whole station. We're getting 200 to 300 per day just for this program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My hand hurts.
So
love it.
Last week you missed this. You missed a lot. What you really missed, though, we added on to the building because we didn't have a facility to sort all of these Christmas cards. So Leo, do we have a live shot? Kendall, look at this. This is a live shot of our new.
Wow.
This is our new building. That's James. He's new to our staff. He's taking. These are. Okay, that's our new team there. That's our new Kelly Huffman. That's right there. That was at 7 o'clock this morning, actually. This is video from earlier. There it is. We've actually pulled Jeff Passelt back from retirement just to help us out.
Oh, thank God.
Look at the facility, though, Kendall. Isn't that fantastic?
Do you think they'll hire me part-time to sort mail?
No, believe me, we're all. Oh, that's Jake right there from. That's our new postal worker.
Hi, Jake.
Bye, Jake. That's Valerie. Hi, Valerie. What's up, girl? But that's our new Fox 9 Kelly Huffman Marion Mim Davey Memorial Christmas card sorting facility.
Wow, we even got one of those arm things.
Girl, we spent the budget of that room is it's fantastic. So keep them coming. Please keep them coming because the bosses on Friday, they all want to go home. The executives, they get in a little office, they smoke a little cigar, and then they leave at about noon. Now they had to stay here. What? Oh yeah, they were here. And now listen to this really quick. The bosses, all the bigwigs, they're the ones that have yachts and things. They were here till about 7 o'clock at night with opening letters. You know how we know this? They dragged director Leo into this nonsense. So Leo was upstairs. He was our spy, and he called me and he was keeping notes like Roz on 9 to 5. He's like in the he's in the stall writing notes on toilet paper, and he's writing down. He goes, all the bigwigs are here. He goes, all of the executives are here, and they're opening mail like church ladies. I love it so much.
Writing address.
So keep them coming. We'll give you the address a little bit later. And all joking aside, we have a collection of today's, and wait till you see some of these. That's all coming up in a little bit. But right now, Leo's done sorting Christmas cards, so he's going to press the button. Roll it, Leo. It's time for the hot dish. Here we go.
Touche.
Thank you. I missed you. SNL was forced to make some last-minute changes to its final show of 2021, their Christmas show, their annual Christmas show, in response to, the big old outbreak of COVID in New York City. Paul Rudd still hosted, but there was no audience and 2 special guests and only 2 cast members. You got that, Kendall? Host, 2 cast members, 2 special guests, and their saxophone player. Oh, look at this.
Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Rudd. Yeah, good to see you, kiddo.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for coming. Thanks for coming. I'm extremely disappointed.
Oh, yeah, I know, buddy.
Look, it's not all that bad. People magazine just named you the most sexist man of the year.
Oh, I think it was sexiest.
Okay, yeah, right, okay.
Well, there was a whole show planned, and I just can't believe I'm not going to get my 5-timer jacket.
Or will you? Here to bestow this great honor is the longest tenured cast member, Mr. Kenan Thompson.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Whoa.
That's right. So he still got his jacket. And as you can see there, Tina was there, Tom Hanks, who are also part of the 5-time host club. The show aired a few sketches that were produced during the week, as well as some old ones, classic Christmas bits from the past. Well, let's run more clip and I'll tell you. So Tina and Michael Che did a more relaxed version of Weekend Update because other than the COVID outbreak and the reduced staff, Colin Jost is off. So Tina sat in, and this was great. Look at this.
So let's start with some good news, Tina.
Okay.
O.J. Simpson has been released from parole 2 months early because of good behavior. Said O.J., I can't believe I got out of parole early, but I did it. I did it. Texas police arrested a woman after she tried to hide inside of a refrigerator. So congratulations to the fat cop who decided to check out the fridge during a raid.
NASA announced that for the first time in history, a spacecraft has touched the sun by flying through its upper atmosphere. NASA was finally able to complete the impossible mission by going at night.
That's smart.
It's a thinker.
That's smart.
It's a thinker.
Apparently, yeah. So as you can see, I loved it. So Hanks and Paul Rudd, they sat in the audience, and just that was it. That was fantastic. So what I loved about it is it was almost like we got to watch a dress rehearsal. Mm-hmm. And I love that kind of thing. And then they're breaking character and making each other laugh. It's like those great moments from the Carol Burnett show. When Tim Conway would make Harvey Korman laugh. We like that. Now, historically, the rumor is Lorne Michaels does not like those moments, but as a viewer, I love it. So here's the deal. Apparently, at least 4 cast members tested positive for COVID, and 3 others were a little concerned about going to work at 30 Rock. So Lorne was like, okay, I have to say, the show was enjoyable. I mean, because I love all of those classic Christmas skits. The Eddie Murphy one was in there from 2019. I thought it was bravo to the team for putting that together at the last minute. I thought it was very creative.
And, we wouldn't want this all the time, obviously, but every once in a while when it just kind of falls apart, kind of like all the rest of us, and sometimes things just fall apart.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Yeah. And you were back in town on Saturday night, so you got to watch it, didn't you? Next in the dish, despite COVID raging across the world, Spider-Man opened over the weekend to huge numbers. Listen to this, friends. According to initial totals, the new film opened to more than $250 million. $250 million, making it the 3rd biggest domestic opening in cinematic history. Now, globally, it also ranks 3rd behind Avengers Endgame and Avengers Infinity War. Wow. It doesn't shock me at all. I saw it. I loved it. And we were talking in our meeting, this is the type of movie that could save movie theaters. Mm-hmm. And so the rumors of the demise of movie theaters, I really hope is a little bit premature, but this is the movie. You may not go to a movie to watch a small independent, about love or a missing cat or something, but you're going to go to a theater to see Spider-Man on a big screen and hear loud noises and loud sound effects and a loud score. this could save movie theaters.
I think so. I mean, this holiday season, all the movies that are coming out, I'm like, I want to go to like 7 movies. I don't have time.
But that's a good thing. I love that. I
Yeah.
mean, be safe. And I felt real comfortable. I wore a mask and I sat in the movie and it was fine. And people generally, but can I tell you, there's nothing, are you with me in this? Let's say you walk in the theater first and you sit down. It's like Murphy's Law. Inevitably, the next 2 people that come into the theater will sit right next to you. No matter how many seats are open, they sit right next to you. Really, Vern? Really? Can you not just 2 over?
I was going to ask you if you saw anyone with pillows and pajamas.
Nope, not at this one.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Next in the dish, Jeff Bezos isn't sending William Shatner into space without getting something in return. That's right. Amazon just dropped a trailer for Shatner in Space.
This is the captain. Beam me up.
Your father, your husband, is going to space.
I just think that you should make sure your body can handle that kind of stress.
Hey, you're talking to me. Oh, wow. It's life-changing because of the people I meet. Captain Kirk affected all these people. He gave them hope.
In 4th grade, I made these. This is a communicator. You would carry these up into space for me.
Without hope, what have we got?
It's our adventure.
Cap.
Of course he did this. I don't blame Jeff. I don't blame the folks at Amazon. Yo, Captain Kirk, I'm going to put you up in space. You know what you're going to do? You're going to do a docuseries for me. Or a documentary, yeah. It actually looks good. I mean, Shatner is as dramatic as ever. Oh, my goodness. The 1-hour special chronicles his trip into space, and it's available. Oh, it's available now on the Amazon Prime. So if you're looking for something.
That?
I actually am. The trailer looks good.
All I can think about is what we were just talking about, unfit guinea pig.
Yeah, George Takei called him that, yeah. We're going to take a break. A lot more to come right after this. Another slice of hot dish is coming out of the oven. Next, Trevor Noah files a shocking lawsuit against a hospital he claims has altered his life and health. TMZ has the details. Then, we knew him way back when. The one, the only, Andrew Zimmern returns to The Jason Show to talk about yet another honor and a new role for him. And they just keep coming. We'll highlight some delightful Christmas cards from y'all when The Jason Show continues.
Hey, I'm sorry, guys, but there's a big gold line. Can you please give me the money for the socks?
Oh, hey, that's my bad. Go ahead, little boy. Buy your mom these perfect socks. But wait, before you do, quick question for you. Did you have a name for your bird?
Great question, sir. We had a name for our bird, and that name was TJ Rocks.
TJ Rocks. That's an interesting name. Sounds like she was one of a kind.
I'm sorry. Can you move this conversation someplace else?
Yeah, is he gonna pay for the Christmas socks or?
Oh, yeah. Here you are.
A takeoff of the Christmas shoes, the Christmas socks. More SNL from this weekend. This is our late night rewind. Okay, friends, you know on Mondays we get a special serving, an extra slice of hot dish, and it's delivered all the way from California. Please give it up for a good friend, the one and only, the legend himself, Michael Babcock from TMZ. Hi, Michael.
Jason, thank you so much for having me.
Michael,
That's
I don't want to. Michael, I don't
No
want
one's
to.
ever called me a legend before, so I'm really feeling it. Right, I'm happy right now.
Michael, I don't want to scare you, but there's a giant zebra behind you.
Is there?
Yes.
Oh, there is. There is. Look, and
are you in the National Geographic office? Where? Oh, there's Tupac. Oh, look.
We have Tupac joining us. Yeah. We're shooting our television show out in the newsroom, Jason. They're screaming and yelling. So I said, let me come into this office with the zebra.
I love it. I love it. Okay, let's get started. Kim K and Pete Davidson out again.
I'll tell you what, if people thought that this was for show or wasn't real, I think you have to begin to consider that this actually might be a legitimate relationship, or at least two people who are dating, because again, Jason, on Saturday, Kim leaves Manhattan and goes to Staten Island, to a movie theater on Staten Island, and they watched a Marvel movie. And maybe the funniest part about this, Jason, is the fact that Scott Disick, for some reason, was there with them, sort of tagging along as a third wheel. So it was Pete, Kim, and Scott Disick on Staten Island watching a movie. Now, a lot of people were confused because this was Saturday night, and we thought Pete was supposed to be working the SNL show, but because of COVID, they had an outbreak. They actually kind of ran a pared down show, so Pete had the night off, and he used that night to hang out with the woman that he's dating.
Look, as you said before, if anyone thought that this was fake, if it is, they're going to a lot of trouble, and I don't think that neither of these two individuals need any more attention. So.
Absolutely. I could not agree with you more. So then it must be real. There's no other reason.
Okay.
It's strange, but it's very interesting to watch them.
This next story I am fascinated by. So Trevor Noah from The Daily Show is suing a doctor, and the accusations were shocking to read. What's going on with this?
Right. So Trevor Noah is suing a doctor from the Hospital for Special Surgery in Manhattan. And look, what do I know about hospitals? But I just know from looking at these lists of the best facilities across the country over the years that hospital is regarded as one of the greatest hospitals, the best hospitals in the country. But Trevor Noah says he had an undisclosed condition. You know, he didn't disclose what he was dealing with, but he essentially says that this doctor botched the surgery, and because of it, he has these. Well, the way he put it, he used the word permanent, and he used severe and grievous to describe his injuries. So whatever those injuries may be, the way Trevor Noah writes it in his lawsuit, they've got to be pretty serious. And he is going after this doctor.
Yeah, reading it, he sounds like he's now in constant pain.
That's what it sounds like. And I mean, you feel for the guy and again, we don't know what he was dealing with. It could have been an elective procedure. Who knows? Maybe it's something that needed to be treated. But the bottom line, right, to hear that he is almost 24/7 now hurting, you have to feel for the guy. And, if he wins the lawsuit, that doesn't do anything to relieve issues that he's dealing with. So you feel for him.
Next, finally, I love this story too. So Eric Clapton, if you haven't heard, it won a lawsuit against a woman who tried to sell a bootleg CD. Tell the folks the story.
Yeah, I don't know why Eric Clapton and his legal team decided to go after this woman, but there was a 55-year-old widow in Germany, and she had Eric Clapton, a bootleg CD on eBay for about $11. And Eric Clapton and his team reached out to her and demanded that she take the listing down off of eBay. And she basically told them to go kick rocks, that she wasn't going to do it. So they filed a lawsuit against her, and they ultimately won the lawsuit. So now she is supposed to pay some legal fees for Eric Clapton, which amounts to around $4,000. But dude, you have this, one of the greatest musicians ever, who is obviously very wealthy, and going after somebody who is just seemingly an ordinary person who is selling a CD. I mean, I don't know.
It's outrageous.
It really is.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's not. I was going to say it's not a good look for him.
It's not. It's not at all. When we first we wrote this story up over the weekend, I could not believe it. I had to do a double take. Eric Clapton sued the person who was selling one CD.
It's ridiculous.
Doesn't make sense. Yeah. There's got to be better things for Eric Clapton to do.
Michael, if I don't get a chance to see you beforehand, you and your family have a great holiday season.
You too, Jason. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Michael. Michael Babcock, everybody. For more on these stories, go to tmz.com. I will never forget, I grew up in Michigan City, Indiana. It's right on the tip of Lake Michigan. We're basically a suburb of Chicago, just to give you a little geography there. And I remember registering this as a child, that this was ridiculous. We had like a preschool or nursery school, independently run, I think run by a husband and wife, that had Winnie, and they ran the daycare out of their home. and they had Winnie the Pooh, a little bitty Winnie the Pooh, painted on the side of their house in the little playground area, and Disney sued them and made them take the Winnie the Pooh down, the little hand-drawn and even as a kid, I thought, really, Disney? Really? You're going to go after Mr. and Mrs. Joeski, who, just drew Winnie the Pooh on their aluminum siding? Like, why do you care?
Ew.
Why do you care? You're a giant corporation. Get a life. Let the kids look at Winnie the Pooh. And it was a horrible drawing of him anyway. I mean, it didn't even look like, it looked like Willie the Pooh. It didn't even,
That should have been their argument. This is Willie.
You could barely tell. It looked like a yellow bear. Anyway, next in the dish. Matthew McConaughey voices a character, speaking of animated movies, in the new animated movie, Sing 2. He sat down with Willie Geist to talk about the experience for Sunday Today. A little preview. Let's take a look.
I was kind of getting tired of me getting asked and my kids getting asked, what's your favorite movie that your dad's done? And they go, we don't know. We haven't seen any. And I'm like, I haven't really made many they can see.
It's true, though.
What am I going to do? Sit them down in front of True Detective and
Dallas Buyers?
A lot more questions than answers, right? No, I'm not ready for that.
It's obviously for you as an actor to walk into a booth in your street clothes and try to become this little optimistic koala. So how do you prepare for something like that?
Similar to what I do in live action, meaning, who is he? Who's my man? In this case, who's my koala?
I won't let you down, sir.
All right? Relentlessly optimistic. Okay, I've got some of that in me. I got to turn that up a notch, though.
I don't suppose any of you can tap dance, huh?
A hustler. Okay, I got some of that in me, in both senses of the word.
Won a ton of awards, and I think you guys are going to have great chemistry.
Underdog. Yep. I know that part of me.
We cannot let that bully steal our hopes and dreams.
So, how does that
Okay.
my voice?
He put a lot of thought into that koala.
It's passionate.
Girl, it ain't Citizen Kane. It's a talking koala. I mean, just say it. Hi, I'm a koala. There's a voice. Sing 2 hits theaters this week.
Just wanted to really bring life to the character.
That's great.
Very seriously.
But it's like he acted like he needed to take a trip to the actor's studio to figure out who his koala is.
Well, he's a method actor, so he was actually hanging off
No,
trees
he's
for
not.
a while.
He's not Daniel Day-Lewis. Can you imagine him as a koala? Just let that sink in for a second.
The Lincoln version.
The Lincoln version of, I still love that. That's one of my favorite Hollywood stories. He forced everyone on the set of Lincoln to refer to him as Mr. President.
Jason does that here.
I don't let the staff look at me in my face until after the show's over.
Your Majesty.
Don't make eye contact with me. That's right. Oh, did you curtsy?
I did, Your
That's
Majesty.
what I stopped that in 2018. I thought the curtsy was a little too much.
I thought that was still in my contract.
And yours,
Oh.
yeah. Next in the dish, Jim Gaffigan is coming out with a new comedy special. Netflix dropped a teaser. We love Jim. Look at this.
Remember when we thought the pandemic was over?
We did it!
The pandemic is like a TV show you thought was canceled, and then it got picked up by Netflix. If a man calls another man crazy, it's a compliment. But if I was like, this is my wife Jeannie, she's crazy. I even get nervous saying that. My wife was like, I want to go to Hawaii, and I want to bring the kids. And I was like, whose kids? My one goal was to just not burn. Because you see a kid with a sunburn, you're like, parenting's hard. You see an adult with a sunburn, you're like, that's an alcoholic.
I love Jim because it's all clean humor. You know what I mean? And he's a Hoosier. Did you know he's from the town I purposely a few seconds ago referenced where I lived, where I was raised, Michigan City, Indiana. He's from the town next to us, Valparaiso, Indiana. What? Yeah, we're around the same age.
Huh.
And I'm with him. Now, look, I'm going to be very careful for the rest of my life of what I say about children on this program because I don't want text messages and emails from various family members. But I will say I'm with Jim. I think kids shouldn't go to Hawaii until they're old enough to remember. Because for a kid, and I was the same way, a pool is a pool is a pool. Water is water is water, whether you're in the ocean or at a Howard Johnson swimming pool. The kids just want to be in the pool. They don't care if there's a palm tree and a lei around your neck.
No, we went to the Days Inn pool that was right next to the training school for my birthday every year. And then one year, one of the kids escaped, and so then we had to leave because one of the people at the training school had escaped, and so it was like, oh, we gotta go. This could be dangerous.
Is Shane anywhere in the building? Can we get her? Last week was, I missed you so much. I did, honey. I did.
I know.
Okay, we got a break. We're going to take a break. By the way, that special hits Netflix tomorrow. Andrew Zimmern when we return. Back in a moment. We went to the Days Inn, but it was closed, so then we had to go to the next hotel, and there was a lizard there, and then... Welcome back. Well, our first and, our only guest this hour, and he should get the whole show because he's a good friend of ours. His impact can be felt worldwide and was just named a Goodwill Ambassador by the United Nations Food Program. I don't know how we're lucky enough to get him. He's very busy, but ladies and gentlemen, look at that face. It's the one, the only, Andrew Zimmern. Andrew, welcome, buddy.
Good day, my friend.
Good day. You're looking good. Look at that beard. Now, that's a quality beard.
It was recently, I have to tell you something. I was in LA last week shooting a show that I wish I could talk to you about, but I can't. But they had this massive, 200 people crew, and I had a dedicated hair person who trimmed this, and I'm like, how do I get you every week to come? And it's literally, it has never looked better, and yeah, consider it. It was a Christmas gift, and that's it. We're done now.
You look good. We'll have some fun in the next segment, but I want to get to the catalyst of why you're here. This is all kidding aside for about 2 minutes. Congratulations, my friend. What does this mean? It's a great title, but what does it mean, and what does it mean to you?
It's actually a really big deal. The United, and I don't say that anything other than very humbly, because the United Nations World Food Program is the #1 humanitarian organization in the world. 22,000 employees, 80-something countries, 110 million people served every single day. And yet we have 800 to 900 million people who are hungry and growing. According to all studies, it's all of the C words, COVID, climate crisis, conflict, all of these things are driving historic levels of hunger and in many countries, famine. We have tens of millions of people on the brink of a qualification of famine that would mean it may be too late to save them. And we just have to understand that this is not only happening on a global level all around the world, but it's also happening here at home. We are part of that world where hunger has reached epic levels. And I'm just so thrilled to be a part of an organization where the work that I do will have greater and greater impact and reach more and more people. And I'm doubly blessed because I did international travel TV for so long. My show has aired in 160 countries around the world. I'm known in those places, so I can actually make a difference in France when I'm talking about hunger when I'm on the ground in the Sudan, as an example.
People are hearing this, Andrew, and they're hearing the situation. They're hearing where we currently are as a world population, and it sounds so dire. Is it fixable, my friend? I mean, are we?
That's the worst part. We're the greatest civilization in the history of the world. I'm a huge patriot. I love my country. I'm beyond galled, and it's approaching genocidal to think that, for the last 7, 8 administrations, this is not red or blue or left or right. We've had the ability to solve hunger in America and to help solve hunger worldwide. They're two very different issues. And we just lack the political will to do it. I believe it's a basic human right. Here in this country, things like a national school lunch program where we can feed kids breakfast, lunch, and dinner 12 months a year seems to be an automatic. It only costs a little over $1 billion. We've just passed an $800 billion military spending bill for 1 year. We could have pared away $1 billion from that. The United States is the largest exporter of food in the world. The number 2 is Germany at half our volume. But the majority of that is subsidized farm-to-freighter food, corn and soybeans and cotton and wheat and things like that. We have to start focusing on food fit for human consumption, and we need to get a cabinet-level position in Washington, D.C. that runs a Secretariat of Food. It's that simple. We have to take food out of all of these other organizations, put it under one pyramid, and get one governmental organization to help this, because it wraps around climate crisis, immigration reform, international economics. But when you support the World Food Program, WFP.org, please go and support them. You are supporting national security. You are supporting economic development. You are supporting basic human rights. You're supporting kids who are in crisis. So I would urge everybody to do that.
Makes a lot of sense to me, as he always does. More with Andrew when we return. Back in a moment. Welcome back. We're talking to our good friend, the one and only Andrew Zimmern. This morning, he was just named a Goodwill Ambassador. Not this morning, but he was just named a Goodwill Ambassador for the UN Food Program. Okay, let's have some fun, buddy. Now, I'm not going to let you get away. You got to give me a clue. I don't want you to get contractually in trouble, but you just dropped that you're doing a new exciting thing. Give me like a one-word clue. What's the show you're taping? I'm not going to let you off the hook here.
Well, season 2 of Family Dinner is launched on D+ and then goes out onto the streamer, on the linear network, DIY. I think it's January 9th, turns into Magnolia Network. And I have a new show called Andrew Zimmern's Wild Game Kitchen, where I'm cooking food in the outdoors that starts on the Outdoor Channel. And then I have what can I say? It's a competition thing that I'm involved with that's on a streamer.
Okay, that's good. That's a good clue, my friend. When will
It's not bad.
No,
it's not bad. I'll tell you something. What's really weird is I was talking to a friend and they said, so you're on, in 2022, starting, you're going to be on 3 shows on 3 networks. I'm like, yes. And that's a very strange thing. Some shows I have to grow my beard. Sometimes I have to be clean shaven. I think that's going to be the rub.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be the rub.
I love it. Is it sad, Andrew, that I've known you for so long that I'm a little territorial? When I see you hugging on other celebrities, I get territorial and I just like, he's mine. And I
only hug on you. When have I hugged any celebrity other than you?
Every time I go on your Instagram, I see you with these fancy people and I'm like, he's ours, and get your hands off him.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I save all my hugs for you.
Thank you.
You know that.
Is that your kitchen behind you, Andrew? Where are you coming to us from?
I'm live from the office. This is our studio kitchen where we make TV magic. I would love to swing the camera around, but I'm afraid I wouldn't be able to.
No, don't break it. Don't break it.
Exactly. But this is where we do we can skin this kitchen anyway, and we do a lot of in the kitchen stuff and shoot sizzles and do food research here for our hospitality company, Passport Hospitality. We have some cool things happen to us seasonally that you may want to know about.
Yeah.
I started a Substack because I missed radio. I've been missing radio for so long, and I needed a way to communicate directly to people and get feedback from them and have live chat and be able to, have a weekly exchange of ideas with folks. So andrewzimmern.substack.com. It just started 2 weeks ago, and I'm super excited about it. Folks can log on there. There's a Tuesday drop of an essay. There's a Wednesday recipe that's that's just for Substack subscribers. Thursday is an audio file that I record and a little chat thing that's fun. But I'm really digging it. And surprises of surprises, our Spice line. Anna Navarro on The View.
Love her.
Named it, so do I, named it one of the best stocking stuffers of 2021 for the holiday season. So if folks go to andrewzimmern.com, there's a new navigation bar across the top where you can click on my Substack or click on the spices that we're that we created, and that's really fun because I get so much immediate feedback on it. I need instant gratification.
I know.
It's why I'm jealous of you. You make a show and you hear about it right away.
Yeah, I sure do.
You know, in real time, sometimes I make something and a year later it comes out and I'm like, really? Did I do that?
Yeah.
So I miss the immediate stuff.
We have 30 seconds. Are you bringing back your shirtless calendar? You know, this is the time of year where people get calendars. You bringing that calendar back?
You know, son, I did that a long time ago for the sweatshop, and that just goes to show you how long we've known each other. But yes, I did pose naked for a calendar with a hat conveniently placed over an area that really, who wants to see that?
I know. Oh, okay, I lied. One more quick thing. Are you still having fun? You're doing so many things, and I mean this, a legitimate question. Are you still having fun? Are you having fun with your hand in all of these pots, so to speak?
Yes, you know, it's a bigger issue, and it's a great topic for another time.
Yeah.
Obviously, on one hand, I'm trying to fill a hole that's never big enough because I'm trying to make up for 15 lost years and a lot of pain and hurt I caused a lot of people when I was an active addict and alcoholic. And I know that that is part of what drives me. On the other hand, I now have a platform where I can do a lot of good, and I have to be honest, it's wildly fun to run a production company, be making fun television, and a hospitality company that's going to have a bigger 2022 than any other previous year it's ever had. And our little marketing group at FoodWorks is chugging along and doing great stuff. So fingers crossed that the world doesn't end in 2022, and we're all able to enjoy a little more of what drives us. But yeah, I'm a busy guy, and you know, is it healthy? I don't know. Is it fun still? You bet your butt.
Well, we'll leave it at butts, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I love
Are
you.
we gonna?
What?
We'll talk again after the first of the year when I can tell you about the big thing on the streamer.
Done. You'll stop by here, right? You'll make sure.
I will definitely come in and sit on that couch with you. Your set looks fantastic, by the way.
Oh, well, coming from you, buddy, I appreciate that. I love it's bright and cheery, isn't it? It is.
It really is bright and cheery, and yeah.
Thank you, buddy.
You know, what can I say? I'm a huge fan. I'm a friend and a fan.
Well, same to you. I love you, buddy.
Have a happy holiday, everybody.
This is where you say I love.
everything.
This is where you say I love you too, Jason. This is where you.
Jason.
Yeah.
I love you.
Andrew Zimmern, everybody. We're gonna take a break. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to the show. Kendall's back. Hi. Hi. It's that time again to highlight some of the great Christmas cards that we've been receiving in our first and last ever Fox 9 Christmas card, Mary and Mim Davey card exchange. All kidding aside, it's unbelievable the overwhelming number of cards that we're getting from you. It's just, I love it, sincerely. Again, this is a live look at our Fox 9 sorting center. This is just a few minutes ago. That's Eric's camera he put on the conveyor belt. That's the back half of the Fox 9 studio that we've converted. Yeah, we got rid of the sales office, and now, that's Trina, Trixie, and that's Alice back there, our new members of our team. She's great. That's all going, that belt leads right to Mim's office, right there. We'll take a live look a little bit later. We want to highlight more of the cards that we received this weekend. We're talking a couple hundred. So Leo, please cue the Christmas card reading music. Do you enjoy this?
Wow, it's nice.
It's nice, isn't it?
Nice effect.
First up, the Bauer family. Hi, Bauer family. They say this is the fourth card that they sent us. They said we want to get on TV. This may be the best card. It's a pug. And she told me to press the front, and it says something. So let's do that. Let me put it up by my mic here. It just says, Merry Christmas. Bah humbug. That is adorable. Thank you, Bauer family. Tammy, Cliff, Myrtle, Michael, and Lacey Myrtle. I have not heard of a Myrtle in a long time. I love that. Myrtle Bauer. Next, Greg sent us this card. Leo, go ahead and put it up. Inside, he says, please stop firing Kendall. Well, I'm sorry. Your Christmas wish won't come true. She is such a nice young lady, I love when she laughs and does the Minnesota snort. Yeah. They've named your snort, Kendall.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
They don't want me to fire you anymore.
I know. I was thinking about that. I feel like I get fired just enough.
Yeah,
to
just
stay
enough.
humble.
Just a little bit, yeah. And finally, a card you need to see from the Blakes. Joe, Kelly, and Dominic come back to the TV. This is fabulous. They hand drew this card featuring Kendall's infamous monkey bread segment from 2 years ago. It says Monkey Bread Part 2. This is where Kendall made monkey bread that allegedly she had made before, but it turns out that it was raw. It was just raw dough. And it could have killed me had I consumed any number of chunks of it. And there's Ted and Jeff hiding behind. Right? That's Jeff and Ted on the side of the card. Jeff has a scowl and says, "Not bad." Meanwhile, Ted goes, "I'm scared." Yeah. So there we go. Wow.
Touche.
Do we have the monkey bread segment in the archive somewhere?
No, I think
Jeff,
we
do
lost
we have
that.
it?
No, it caught fire that one time.
We got to run it
We
next
blew
week.
it over.
Oh no, Kendall, that was your
It's
Mr.
gone.
Holland's opus.
It's gone.
No, whose recipe was that again?
My mother-in-law's. It's not the right recipe though. I don't make it right.
Well, I would think it wasn't. It was raw. I mean,
there might be parts of it that she's like, do this in that order, and I'm like, fine.
yeah. Thanks for all the cards. We'll keep highlighting them for the rest of the week. So let's talk about some more happy news. All jokes, we'll put them aside for a sec. Kendall's just back from cheering on her sister at the Miss Minnesota pageant. Talk to us. You talked to us on Friday, but how was it?
Okay.
We have some video too, so yeah, I think.
Miss America itself. This is Ellie on the red carpet. She looked absolutely stunning. She looks like Miss America.
Yeah, she did look fantastic.
It was incredible. We got to go to places while we weren't doing stuff for Miss America. It was at the Mohegan Sun, which actually it was a really, really cool casino event center. It was a beautiful spot for it. But on the days that we didn't have Miss America, we got to go to Newport, Rhode Island. This is in Mystic from the famous Julia Roberts.
Yes, Mystic Pizza.
I went to Mystic Pizza. It was so fun. That's the whole crew we were with. It was just quite an incredible experience to go to Miss America. I mean, I've grown up watching it.
Yeah.
And to be there and go to all the preliminaries and all the parties and events and get to support my baby sister who up on stage did not feel like my little sister. She was just this eloquent, beautiful, intelligent woman. We were so, so proud of her.
As you should be.
Yeah,
that was great. That was great.
It was cool.
When did you guys get back?
We got back pretty late on Friday night.
Oh, fantastic. So you were home on Saturday.
I was home on Saturday.
Watch the Jason Show Before the Show on our Facebook page to find out what that's all about. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with a surprise when we return. Welcome back to the show. It is time for the world's shortest segment. We got another big reaction to our promo during the halftime of yesterday's Packers-Ravens game on Fox 9. If you missed it, look at this. Thanks. Hi, I'm Jason Matheson. And statistically, if you're watching this Packers game, you have no idea who I am or you don't watch my show. So does it help that I know Ben Lieber? Tomorrow on The Jason Show, our buddy Andrew Zimmern will join us tomorrow.
God, you used Lieber?
Yes!
Does it help that I know Ben Lieber?
I'm going to use Ben, yes! If you like Ben, watch the show. Girl, the hustle is real. I love Ben. I was on his podcast. He's a good dude.
He's a good dude.
I love him, yeah. We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after this. Back in a moment. I know Ben. Welcome back. Hey, Kendall.
Hey, what?
You ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready too. Leo's ready because it's time for the surprise goodbye. We have no idea what the producers have picked for this segment until now. Today, a guy and his dog getting ready for Christmas. Look at this.
Oh my God!
That is a day maker. Oh my goodness, I love that. That's TikTok user Scott Hubbard trying to wrap his patient pooch, an 8-year-old Chihuahua mix named Gracie. He does it every year. It's been viewed more than 41 million times. That's going to do it for us. If you're watching and you're a kid that's being bullied, go out there and be yourself because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Come on, Kendall, I'm going to go wrap Jeff. Come on.